Hey everyone, so in this video we are going to talk about, do we need carbs to build muscle? Now, once you consume carbohydrates, these carbohydrates will be converted into glucose. So when you have glucose in your blood, your body, basically your pancreas, they release a hormone called insulin. Now this insulin acts like a key. So this insulin will basically attach on the surface of your cell so that your cells will open up and absorb the glucose. In the same way, you also absorb your amino acids, basically the building blocks of protein. So these amino acids will also be absorbed by your cell, and this amino acid will then be converted into your muscle protein. So having the right spike in insulin is very important, but that doesn't mean that you have to load up with a lot of carbohydrates and spike your insulin, because too much insulin is not going to make you absorb more protein. A decent amount of insulin is good enough for you to absorb amino acids effectively. So when it comes to simple and complex carbohydrates, it also depends upon what kind of carbohydrates are you consuming, whether it's simple or complex. If you're consuming simple carbohydrates like white rice, bread, pasta, all these foods are basically high in glycemic index and they spike your insulin. Because what happens is these carbohydrates will convert into glucose very quickly and they spike your insulin. Yeah, for sure they might give you that instant energy, but it will actually mess up your whole blood sugar levels. So instead you have to opt for complex carbohydrates like vegetables, lentils, chickpeas, quinoa. All these are complex carbs because they tend to break down slowly and release glucose slowly in your bloodstream. That way your blood sugar levels will remain stable. And these complex carbs can also replenish your glycogen stores. Now glycogen is basically the stored energy in your muscle which get exhausted when you exercise. It's really important to replenish your glycogen stores. So make sure that you include complex carbs. When it comes to a low carbohydrate diet, your body basically breaks down protein and fat for energy. During this conversion of protein and fat into energy, you release some amount of glucose which is good enough for your cells to absorb protein. So like I mentioned earlier, you don't need excess insulin and excess glucose in your bloodstream to absorb protein. A decent amount of glucose is good enough for you to absorb the amino acids, convert into muscle protein. So make sure that you include a lot of complex carbs. That way your blood sugar levels will remain stable and this will also improve your endurance. Hope this was informative. Thanks for watching. If you have any questions, please put it in the comment section below.